Okay, sorry about that. My camera actually died while I was busy talking. Like I was saying, what I was doing was using the hairspray method. So spray hairspray into any bottle. Use a brush or put it through your airbrush. Spray it onto any surface, and once it's on the surface, you can, at a later stage, if you paint over that surface with acrylic, you can put a bit of water on it, wait a couple of minutes, and then rub it off. So what I did on the body, I did that all along most of the edges where you get chipping on the edges and on the nose. I actually did quite a bit more just in case I decide to do the method to let it look like there's more wear and tear. But realistically it'll be on the edges. So basically you'll rub the white off, exposing the underlayer, which is the grey, which is more realistic. You can make it metal as well, so paint silver and then put hairspray and then paint acrylic, put the water on top once it's dry, wait a couple of minutes, rub it with the earbud, and it'll come off. So just to show you, I actually, when the camera died and I was waiting for the battery to charge up, I worked up the engine some more and I made them look more worn out and used like it should be. Okay, including the inner section, so it goes in. Okay, like I said before, your space behind is enough for lighting to come out around the edges. Okay. I use the hairspray method on the cockpit. So I prepped the cockpit, I painted all these parts. I painted the main body with flat white acrylic XF2. The reason I use flat is because if I decide, well, anyone who uses flat paint, to later make it gloss, you can just spray clear gloss over the top. But I think the model looks good in flat. I've built a scratch model of this before and it looked pretty nice in the flat white. Okay, the rest of the bits, all the side detail and the engines, etc., I used metallic grey. Okay, so what I did was I painted the surface with an undercoat. Okay, then I used the airbrush and I sprayed hairspray on top of it, and then once everything dried I sprayed the metallic grey on, and I've actually done it already on the, if you can see, on the main console LCD screen. I just basically dabbed some water, put it on there, waited a couple of minutes, and then just rubbed it off. I want that to be lighter to show the decal a lot easier. So let's do one section where I added extra black. Okay, let's say this black rear detail section. Okay, so I take my horrible looking earbud, dip it in. Okay, let's say I want this section here to be lighter. Now while that's drying, not drying but soaking should I say, let's choose another one. Let's go with the side engine bits. Let's go with this section on top. Okay, let's do both of them. Just dip it in the water, so it's soak there. Okay, we'll just leave those a couple of minutes. I'll rotate them. Okay, so while that's getting there, what I did on this one is I just painted the cables black. Okay, that's for the rear section. And I cannot remember, I think in the last video I showed these the lugs that I did, that I sanded them down slightly so you can pull them out, because once they go in there, if you don't sand them down, you'd probably break something if you pull them off. Okay, so now it clips in quite easily into the back and goes together. Okay, I've left these metallic grey because they actually going to get a different kind of grey over them. They have been prepared with hairspray, so I'll do that at a later stage. Okay, so I want to show you guys when we're on the painting. I've test fitted these intake bits, and they look quite nice. Okay, I hope it's visible. Okay, so what I'm going to give with the model, I mean, since I'm still on the painting section, let me make some space. It's always the issue is space, workspace. I don't have much. Okay, so with the kit, you'll be getting a template set, which is this. Okay. So all you need to do, what I'd recommend is trace it or photocopy it. So don't use the original, just in case, or cut them out if you want to. And then you can use these templates, like that's the nose, to basically put on the nose, like so. And then use your tape, I used Maya tape. Okay. And then get someone to hold it, or use a piece of gum or something, not chewing gum, but some kind of sticky substance to hold it down. Make sure it's lined up. And then without drawing lines, put the tape straight on so to avoid actually having pencil lines. Okay. Same as for the wing. You get this template, which you can use on top and bottom of both wings. So here you'll see it fits in like such, because you want this to basically just touch the edge of this indentation on the back, maybe even go over it slightly. Okay, you can mark off your tape for painting. The other one is the nose, which looks like this. Okay, and that basically make it easy for myself. So it goes on the front and just wraps around like so. Okay, then mark it off. Don't mark it off. Try to stick the tape around directly. I did notice on the full-size mock-up that the back edge of this has a very thin black edge to it. So you can add it on if you want to. You can maybe use a Koki pen, a Sharpie or something, or you can paint it by hand. Okay. Okay, as for that, since I'm talking about stencils, let me talk about the cockpit quick. Okay, everyone will be getting a set of stencils for the cockpit windows. So, this is fine. Okay, this is the original set that I'd actually photocopy, but it does not work. This photocopy stuff rubs off for some reason. Okay, so I'll be giving a paper photocopy. Let me see if it's visible. And then you can just cut that out. I'll give a piece of plastic and just cut it out as a stencil, same as for the other markings. Ah, here you go. Okay, so everyone will be getting one of these. Okay, so just cut it out. Use it as a stencil for the plastic, and then, well, when I get to that stage, I'll show you how to glue it in. Okay, so I think these might be ready. So let's go with this one. Maybe add a bit more water. It's coming off. It's going black. Done. It takes a bit of rubbing. this one. These are the methods of doing this, or making weathering on paint, etc. What I'd recommend is, before you paint the red, is take a brush or take an airbrush, and those areas where the red's going to be is use the hairspray, and then paint the red acrylic over the top. It only works with acrylic. Then you can do the same method so it looks like the paint is coming off. Another thing you can use is called the salt method. So basically put a couple of blobs of water, sprinkle salt on top, leave it to dry, spray over the top. When it's dry, you can just rub it off by hand. It looks like it's withered. You can also use a masking or a masking fluid. Liquid masking medium is from Microscale, which I use. You can paint it on, leave it to dry. It's basically latex liquid. Rub it off afterwards. And you can actually do the same thing with toothpaste. So paint the toothpaste on, paint over the top, let it dry, and then just rub the toothpaste off. So that's a real cheap way to go. Same thing, the liquid mask goes dry. Toothpaste will stay wet for a while, but you can paint over it. And the choices I have for the red, I haven't chosen yet, is this color. It's called, I think it's called, where is it? It's kind of like a maroon. This is called purple red, and this is plain maroon. So I know it's more towards the red medium, so maybe the purple red will look better. It's not full on red, it's the same red as the hanger walls. The white is the same red as the hanger walls as well, which is feather white. But I'm going for plain white because I'm doing a lot of withering. Okay, what else? Okay, so I've also done the inside of this. Like I said, so when it comes together, it looks pretty nice. Okay, and once it's on the body, this clips in. Okay, and this here clips in there as well. There, this one over there, and of course your top nozzle. Okay, so it looks pretty good. Okay, so I think that's all for this video. I think when I get onto more painting, I will probably expand on that. Let's make sure that there isn't anything else I must add. Okay, when I get the decals, then I'll do the decals for the body and for the cockpit. Yeah. Okay. So that's it for now. Thanks.